I'm a 25-year-old woman, and honestly, I'm at the end of my rope. I need an outside opinion because my whole family is treating me like I'm some kind of villain just for standing up for myself. So, I'm a student and a software developer, and I take PC gaming pretty seriously in my free time. I live alone in a one-bedroom apartment, and I've spent years turning it into a cozy, functional space. I saved for a long time to build my dream gaming setup: triple monitors, a custom mechanical keyboard, an ergonomic chair, everything. Altogether, it's worth just over $2,000, and I take care of it like it's my baby. Last weekend, my older sister, who's 30, asked if she could stay over for a night. Her apartment was being fumigated and her husband was out of town. She has a 3-year-old son, Max, who, let's just say, is very energetic. I love him, but he's kind of a tiny tornado. I was hesitant, but she promised she'd watch him closely and it would just be for the night. They arrived Saturday afternoon, and within minutes, it was clear Max was a handful. In just 10 minutes, he had pulled books off my shelf, knocked over my houseplants, and spilled juice on my rug. I tried to stay calm. He's 3, I get it. I politely asked my sister to please keep him out of my office where my PC setup is. She rolled her eyes and said, "He's just exploring, it's normal," but at least she shut the office door. Then Sunday morning came. I woke up to the sound of myself screaming. Max had apparently gotten up early, opened the office door, and decided my setup was his new playground. He pulled down a monitor and cracked the screen, shoved crackers into the PC tower's vents, I wish I were joking, pulled off my keyboard's keycaps, and drew on my chair with permanent marker. And to top it all off, he poured apple juice directly into the PC tower. When I say I went silent, I mean I just froze. My sister came in, saw the destruction, and all she said was, "Oh no," like someone had dropped a glass of water. I started panicking, and she had the nerve to say, "Well, you should have baby-proofed the room if it was that important." I lost it. I told her, 1. She knew he wasn't allowed in there, 2. This is my home, not a daycare, and 3. No one expects a single adult to baby-proof a $2,000 setup. She told me to calm down and said, "He's just a kid, and things can be replaced." I told her, then she should replace it. She said she didn't have the money right now, but maybe she could give me a few hundred in a few months. I told her that wasn't good enough, she needed to take full responsibility. She left upset, and now my whole family is blowing up my phone. My mom says I'm being materialistic and that my nephew didn't mean to do it. My dad told me I should have locked the door if it was that valuable. My brother actually said, "Why do you even need 3 monitors? That's excessive." I filed a claim with my insurance, but there's no guarantee it'll be covered since it was technically guest damage. I also told my sister that if she doesn't pay for the damage, I'll take her to court. Now she's texting me, demanding an apology for blaming her son for being curious. I said I'd let it go if she paid for the repairs or at least met me halfway, but she blocked me. So now I'm wondering, am I really overreacting for threatening legal action over this? Update 1. Wow. Just wow. 4 hours later, I woke up from a nap and saw all these replies. Thank you, everyone. It'll take some time for me to go through them all. My sister still hasn't unblocked me, but her husband did reach out to ask what happened. I'm sorry I don't have more to share yet, but I'll post another update when I can. Seriously, thanks for all the feedback, it's helping me think more clearly. So my sister's husband followed up, and we're trying to work something out. He's been really understanding, and so have you all. Just to clear up a detail, the office in my one-bedroom apartment is kind of makeshift. The space is pretty small, about 355 square feet total, so the landlord converted an old closet into a little office nook. It's weird, but the building was built in the 1940s, so it's not uncommon around here. My nephew ruined my $2,000 gaming rig. Now my sister accuses me of seducing her husband? Hi Reddit. I'm a 25-year-old woman and I seriously feel like I'm losing my mind. I need an outside perspective because my family is making me feel like the villain, for standing my ground. I live alone in a small one-bedroom apartment. I'm a software developer student and a huge PC gamer. I worked hard and saved for years to build my dream setup. Triple monitors, custom mechanical keyboard, an ergonomic chair, the works. Altogether, it cost a little over $2,000. I treat it like it's my child. Last weekend, my older sister, 30F, asked to stay the night at my place. Her apartment was being fumigated and her husband was out of town. She brought her 3-year-old son Max, who, let's just say, is a tiny tornado. I love him, but he's wild. I agreed, reluctantly, after she promised to keep an eye on him and said it would be just one night. They arrived Saturday afternoon, and within 10 minutes, Max had torn books off my shelf, dumped my plants, and spilled juice on my rug. I tried to stay calm. He's 3, I get it. But I specifically told my sister to keep him out of my office where my PC is. She rolled her eyes and said, he's just curious. It's normal, but she closed the office door. Cut to Sunday morning. I wake up to the sound of destruction. Max had gotten into my office, no idea how, and completely annihilated my setup. One of my monitors was smashed. Crackers were jammed into my PC vents. My keyboard was missing keycaps, and he had colored my expensive chair with permanent marker. To top it all off, he poured apple juice into the tower. I stood there silent, numb. My sister walked in, saw the mess, and just said, "Oh no," like someone spilled a coffee. I lost it. I told her. She promised to keep Max out. This is not a daycare. No one is required to baby-proof a $2,000 setup in their own home. She told me to calm down, saying, he's just a kid. Stuff can be replaced. I said she should replace it. She claimed she didn't have the money but could maybe give me a few hundred in a few months. Not acceptable. She left angry. Then came the flood of messages from my family. My mom said I was being materialistic. My dad said I should have locked the door. My brother said, why do you even need 3 monitors? I filed an insurance claim, but it might not be covered because it was guest damage. I told her either she covers the cost, or I'll take her to small claims court. She blocked me. Then things got worse. She started telling people I seduced her husband. Seriously, her husband ended up reaching out to me directly to find out what happened. I sent him the full story, including this post. He was shocked and actually very understanding. He even took the PC to the shop that built it and paid for diagnostics. He also brought Max over and had him try to open the office door. Guess what? He couldn't. Turns out the door was too heavy for a toddler. Which means, someone else opened it. Her husband believes the damage might not have even been done entirely by Max. He thinks she either left the door open, or did some of it herself. The cracker placement and damage level didn't make sense for a 3-year-old. And then he told me something wild. She's been saying I have a gaming addiction and that I need to grow up. She used to be totally fine with my gaming. Now suddenly she's calling it a problem? The PC is mostly salvageable. It needs deep cleaning, some fan replacements, wiring fixes, and a new monitor. The chair is stained but still usable. The keyboard works, barely, and I've replaced the missing keys with ones from an old board. I'm dealing for now. Her husband has agreed to cover the full cost of repairs, but if she confesses, she's paying him back. If she refuses, I may still take her to court. And to be clear, if you're reading this, sis, I don't know what happened to you. If you're trying to teach me a lesson, or sabotage my things because you think my gaming is childish, just know, this isn't how you handle family. You don't destroy someone's hard work to make a point. I don't want to believe you did this on purpose. But if you did, and blamed your son, that's unforgivable. A few weeks ago, I made a post, not here, about how my sister's toddler, 3M, nearly destroyed my PC setup. Long story short, she and her son stayed with me for one night. While I was at work, her kid got into my office, and when I came home, my setup was wrecked, juice and crackers shoved into the tower, keycaps pulled off, red marker on the chair, one monitor cracked. A total mess. When I asked my sister to help cover the damage, she made excuses and blamed me instead. It blew up into a huge family drama. She blocked me, made it seem like I overreacted, and told everyone I yelled at a toddler over a mistake. But her husband, my brother-in-law, actually reached out. He wanted to see the damage himself. He brought Max, their toddler, with him, and at first, I was almost livid. But he had a reason. He asked Max to try opening the office door. The kid couldn't. It was too heavy. My brother-in-law started wondering if maybe my sister left the door open. Or worse, if she did some of the damage herself. Based on the height of the tower and where the food landed, it wasn't adding up to a toddler acting alone. He offered to take my PC to the shop that originally built it. I asked him to sign a quick agreement just to feel like I had some control. He agreed without issue, dropped it off, and gave them my number. He also told me he confronted my sister. I sent him my original Reddit post, and he read the comments, and showed them to her. She was furious that he was listening to me. She still hasn't unblocked me, and apparently, she's been saying I have a gambling addiction, because I used to play Genshin a few years back, and yeah, I dropped like $300 once, but that was it. Anyway, here's where things get worse. My sister kicked him out. Full on threw his stuff on the curb, told him to get the hell out, and accused him of betraying her by siding with Reddit. She's even accused him of cheating on her with me to humiliate her. Like, what? She's completely unreachable now. She blocked him, me, and most of our extended family. She won't let him see the kids, not even a phone call. She's threatened to call the cops if he tries. The only people she's talking to are our parents, and even that's just so they can stay close to Max. And now, I'm hearing that she's been telling people I lured her son into my office on purpose, as a trap. I don't know if this is postpartum related, a full-on breakdown, or if she's just always been this vindictive and I refused to see it. I'm scared. Scared for my nephew. Scared for her husband. And honestly, scared for myself, because if she's willing to burn her marriage and alienate family just to protect a lie. My brother-in-law wants to get her help. I do, too, but I have no idea where to even start. She's an adult. She has free will, but I'm afraid she's not safe, and I'm even more afraid Max isn't safe. My parents just want to sweep this under the rug. But my brother-in-law has told them flat out that he's filing for divorce and going after custody, whether they like it or not. His side of the family is furious with ours. And honestly, I don't even know where I stand in all this. I guess I started it. But did I? Can this even be salvaged? If so, how? What can I do from here? Has anyone been through something even remotely similar? Is there anything I can do within the US to get her the help she might need? I feel completely helpless, and guilty, and furious, and sad. Any advice? Top commenter. I think your parents need to talk to her, because this is absolutely unhinged. A 3-year-old doing kid stuff isn't the issue. Her refusing to take responsibility is. Your brother-in-law stepped up, but her reaction is terrifying. There has to be more going on. Your parents are probably in the best position to figure out what that is and help her before it gets worse. Thanks for watching and diving into this wild family drama with me. If you love Reddit family drama, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one.